jazzy music. I know. Alright, so we're starting The Roottrees Are Dead, which is a mystery game that I've been wanting to play for quite a while. Hi, Ale! I'm so glad you could join us. Alright. Let's, Oh, my mic is pretty low? Oh, versus, yeah, okay. I was messing with the audio before. I actually had already turned the volume down halfway because it was killing me while I was waiting to get started. Aw, do you have another early shift tomorrow, Leo? Is that make it better for the music volume, do you think? It's gonna all these early shifts lately. Ew. Alright, well, since you only have 30 minutes, let's get started, shall we? The root trees are loading. A little lower, okay. We'll see how it sounds too in game.
The plane that crashed last night just outside of Pittsburgh is now known to have been the private jet of the Roottrees Corporation. Local aviation authorities have speculated, based on the pilot's final communication, that the winter storm and heavy winds played a significant role in the crash. On board were multiple family members, including corporate president Carl Roottrees and his daughters, the Roottrees sisters, best known for their fashion lines and modeling careers. There were no survivors. Again, for those of you just joining us, the Roottrees are dead.
Title drop immediately.
I know it's late, but I'm guessing you've seen the news. In addition to dealing with the grief, the Roottrees company's lawyers are scrambling. Everything's about to change. Anyone proven to be a blood relative is about to get much richer. I'm here to ensure everyone is accounted for.
Oh my gosh, are we gonna get rich?
I've heard you're an expert at sorting out complicated family trees. A genealogy genie, as it were. I'm going to give you a quick test. Pass, and I can promise you the job of a lifetime.
Okay. So we have to do some research. The person who hired you gave you this photo with a note attached. This was taken during the shoot for the Roottrees sisters' Got Milk ad. I've tracked down a test photo from before they painted the fake mustaches, on which I thought would be more appropriate considering the circumstances. The ad's copy reads, "You might recognize our faces from the magazine you're reading, or you might recognize our name from the candy bar you're eating. Being a Roottrees is a full-time job, but so is growing up. That's why the calcium found in milk is so important. Plus, you can't make chocolate without it." Okay, so these are like Nepo babies. I see. Can we like rotate it? No. There they are. They got some healthy sized front teeth. That's for sure. That girl does not look old enough to be wearing a wedding ring. These are children. This list was provided to you by the mysterious person who showed up at your door. You'll need it to fill in the family tree. Women. Question marks. Eloise. Okay. So it's backwards. So Gwyneth Anderson, Deborah Bean, Laura Carlson. That's a lot of names. I'm not actually going to read through all of them. But it's a lot of names. That's for sure. What interesting names for the Roottrees here. We've got Candy, Carly, Gwendolyn, Gwyn. Those ones are pretty boring. They got shafted on interesting names. Margolite, November, Raina, Riley. You gotta get that sound in there. Samantha and Tessa. Nicole Smith. Anna Nicole Smith. Let's see. Catherine with an A in there. Jem Wilson. Then we've got these men. All these men. We've got a Linus. A Guy. Let's see. David III and David IV of the Kellogg's. Ernest and Ernest Jr. And then all of the Roottrees men, apparently. Carl, Clancy Edward, Clancy Jr., Edward. Geez, they named their family members like Italians name their families. Edward, Elias, Elias Jr., Elias C., Elias M., Jack, James, Miracle, Miracle Jr., and Miracle the Third. Robert, Ronald, Wolf. Wow, that's a lot. Okay, that's a lot of names. Okay, and that's all that is. Okay. So, what else? We can use the internet. Welcome to the Information Superhighway. Thanks for purchasing a new Cashew PC. Okay. Your PC is equipped with a 56K modem, which is fast enough to access any site on the World Wide Web, even those with high-resolution images. If you find anything interesting, be sure to print it out with your included high-end color laser printer, or burn a music CD to listen later. Wow, oh, it's 1998! Guys! We're going back to before some people were born. But for some of us, to our childhoods. Yeah, the printer is the villain, you're so right. The printer did it, for sure. If you find anything in... Oh yeah, we did that. If you want to revisit a search result, be sure to use Netscape Explorer's new history feature. Happy surfing. And remember, Cashew PCs are delicious. Cashew PCs are inedible. Do not try to eat your computer. That's a very good warning, thank you. The dial-up! Oh my gosh. Ray's the baby of the group. Why does it have to be called that? An icky? A yucky? A nasty little critter? Rude. I don't appreciate it. At least they made it reasonably cute, I suppose. There are a lot of obituaries that focus on the Roottrees sisters' modeling careers. You also come across an unofficial Roottree fan site, seemingly curated by a teenager. It's neon pink with purple text, and hard to read unless you highlight the words. The young webmaster writes, do you remember making our own websites? Using MySpace. Raina is the most famous because she is the oldest and got married to TMS, but Riley is the smart one. Rose is a middle child like me. Okay, that's helpful. Okay, that's helpful. Okay, will this stay up if I leave it? Okay. Raina is the oldest. Riley is the youngest. You just need to remember that. You might think they are rich just because they are models, but their dad is also the president of the candy company, and their mom, Brenda, is a fashion designer. They do the modeling for her brand, Root. I eat Roottrees candy all the time. My favorite are maple crisps, and try to dress in plaid Root, clothes like Riley does in most of the posters. Someday, I want to get my ears pierced like Rose. The website's author continues to talk about her own life and what she likes about the Root fashion lines, but none of it is relevant. Okay, Raina's the oldest, Riley's the youngest. Raina. They have the wildest spelling. And then Riley was the youngest. And then the other one was Rose? What was that name? Huh. If someone isn't in the list of names that your employer provided, doing a deeper dive on what you learned about them. Oh, I wonder if she goes by a different name. Interesting. What else? Let's see. Oop, that's incorrect. Rose Roottrees is not as popular as her older sister Raina, but still very well known. Most of the time they're lumped together as the Roottrees sisters. Unfortunately, the results for Rose by herself don't lead to anything different than when searching for the sisters together. Okay. The period is part of the name as a clothing company. Highlight it. Highlight it. Highlight what? Highlight. Oh, highlight. Okay. They make clothes for children from toddlers to teenagers. Although their website is down, likely due to increased web traffic, you find countless retail sites attempting to advertise their clothes towards the target audience. Wow. One of them has this to say. You've spied the Roottrees sisters looking hella fly on catalogs, magazines, and posters. Now you too can be like Riley, Rose, or Raina. Yeah, it's just Rose. You also come across her website from a collector of clothing catalogs. 2 catalogs per year every year since 1984. Raina appeared on almost all of them. There's only one that the webmaster considers a collector's item. It seems that Brenda Roottrees, the Roottrees sisters' mother and Roots head designer, appeared on one cover holding her daughter Rose in 1985. Oh, her birth name, Carly Roottrees. There we go. Found her. Yeah, I was... Oh, I see. Okay. I get it. Look at that. Okay. Cool. That is helpful. And then Brenda... I'm gonna highlight that. Okay, just anything that feels like it might be important. The catalogs. Okay, so we got that part done. Now let's go chocolate again? Or I mean the chocolates, that's right. Oh, it's just Roottrees candy. Okay. Is there not like a photos section? I know, the keyboard sound is lovely. Want to know who TMS is? Let's see. The Roottrees Candy Company was founded by Elias Roottrees shortly after he married his wife Gwyneth, whose family owned a small farm called the Anderson Maple Farm. I like that. And that also feels important. Oh, there's no CEO and no stockholders. Instead, it's run by a president with input and votes from extended family. The site does mention that every president has been a direct descendant of Elias and Gwyneth, including Carl Roottrees, who despite his death is listed as the current president. Okay. The product that put them on the map were 5 pieces maple candies with 5 different flavors that are dipped in a crispy, crackly candy coating. Since then, they've branched out to countless other products, all of which incorporate maple in some way. Their sister company, simply titled Root, specializes in children's clothing. And the Roottrees sisters. Oh wait, no. Sorry. Catalog. Hold on. How do we spell that? Magazine. Fine. Okay. Okay. I wonder how you get like, oh, sorry, come back to me. What's that? Oh, that's hints. Oh, we could turn the music off if at any point, I guess you guys are not enjoying the music. So that's good to know. Can I not like just take their pictures from here somehow? Well, okay, we know Raina is a occupation baby. Model. Don't they all work as models? Isn't that like their whole thing? Yeah, they're all models. And then how do we get the photos? Click on faces on your evidence tab. Oh, you literally just click on their pictures. Okay. Got it. Now, how do we tell who's who? I guess let's look them up individually. Okay, so Raina is the one who's married. Alright, so we just get this again. does have a room. It's this one. Okay, so that's Raina. Oh, and then she talks about who wears plaid. Plaid root clothes like Riley. Riley wears the plaid. Yay. Okay, we did it. These 3 entries are correct and have been locked. You've also unlocked the following optional entries. None. Okay, thanks. You're
Sorry
so
to test
right.
you, but I had to be sure you could use the internet. Some folks refuse to get with the times. Safe to say, you're hired. The reward for untangling the family tree is substantial. Life-changing, even. But here's the catch.
We can get paid.
The Roottrees go way, way back. The family tree's a bit daunting. Most people freak out the first time they see the whole thing. But I'm sure you'll be fine.
You're so right. Why does she just stand menacingly in our doorway? Ma'am, you can come in and, like, sit down.
The man who started it
Let me
was
get you some
particular
coffee.
about whom he considered family. For your purposes, you only need his direct blood relatives. Anyone related only by marriage is optional, but filling them in can lead to useful discoveries. Lastly, you now have access to some unique websites, plus a list of notable Roottrees. Notable people are easy to find via your search engine, and marked with stars on the family tree. I'm off for now. Carl Roottree had a lot in his office. I'll look for anything useful. I'll return once you identify 6 more blood relatives.
Okay. Bye, ma'am.
Sorry, one last thing. This might sound odd, but if anyone else claiming to represent the Roottrees reaches out, I'd appreciate you not mentioning I was here. Thank you, and good luck.
That's suspicious, ma'am. Highly suspicious. Wow, okay. Lots of stars. Well, I think it's safe to say. Oh, but there's different. I'm pretty sure it would be Anderson, because that's... Let's see. This is a list of notable Roottrees. The person who hired you gave you this list and said everyone on it could be found easily via your search engine. We've got Carl, Elias and Gwyneth, Gwyn, Red, Jim, Lauren, and Miracle Jr. Any entry on the family tree that belongs to someone on this list will be marked with a star. Notable Roottrees will be crossed out after they are verified and locked. Okay. Good to know. Yeah, there's this ghost lady. I've never seen her face, and she says not to tell anybody that I've seen her, but dead people in their genealogy. So these are candy. Okay, cool. This is an advertisement for 5 pieces aimed at kids from the magazine Teen Blast. It mentions that the 5 pieces were named as such because the original creator had 5 children. The ad also mentions that the current 5 flavors are not the same as back then. Interesting. The Roottrees sisters and their parents died in a plane crash on December 6, 1998. Next evening, a shadowy figure appeared at your door and said the lawyers were looking to sort out the family tree. After a quick test, the figure gave you access to some resources. This included a list of notable Roottrees, who they said would be the easiest family members to place. They said they would return in the time it took to fill out 6 more blood relatives. Alright. So, I remember, was it that? They all have such Gwyneth. Yeah, okay. The first Anderson Maple Farm. There are a few pictures, including a famous picture of Elias and Gwyneth. Awesome, that photo was added to your evidence. Before marrying Elias, Gwyneth Rootree was Gwyneth Anderson. She had no brothers, so as the oldest sister, she was to inherit the Anderson Maple Farm, so long as she married. Oh, okay. So it was actually inherited from her side of the family. Before Elias took over, the farm produced only syrup. It was supposedly Elias's idea to create candy instead. Their success was not immediate until they decided to combine the maple with other flavors. This led to 5 pieces, which are still found in stores to this day. Though the Roottrees Candy Company expanded well beyond their original farm, it has been preserved as a tourist attraction. According to their website, there are still daily demonstrations and educational tours that show off many of the turn-of-the-century appliances that Gwyneth would have used as a housewife in the early 1900s. Okay. Oops, I didn't actually mean to do that. Gwyneth Anderson married Elias Rootree. Gwyneth was a housewife. We just learned that. Elias Rootree. This is a famous picture of Elias and Gwyneth Rootree. It was taken in 1909 after they founded Roottrees Candy Company, but before it was a success. From what you've found, wow, he is so very blonde. Ugh. From what you've found searching the internet, it seems quite difficult to find any site about Elias or Gwyneth that isn't accompanied by this picture. Elias and Gwyneth are the notable Roottrees on the notable Roottrees listed in your evidence. There we go. Let's find out more about Elias. Carlisle Cullen vibes. You're not wrong. Okay, yep, we know he was the founder and first president of the Roottrees Candy Company. You find what is essentially a propaganda site about him, created by the Roottrees Candy Company. There's also a biography section that has some additional information. Elias is credited with inventing 5 pieces. Before that, the farm he inherited by marrying his wife only produced syrup. After 5 pieces became wildly successful, Elias spent his time and energy on cementing his reputation as a family man. He is quoted on the site as saying, "Blood is thicker than syrup," and that any child linked by blood to me shall be linked by blood to my legacy. The site enthusiastically claims that he made good on that promise, but offers no additional detail. There are a few more quotes about Elias from a book called Family Man, The Roottrees Legacy by Bess Williams. To say they are biased is a massive understatement. Below that, there is a long list of accomplishments and awards, and one stands out. Like his great-grandson Carl, Elias was voted Watchman of the Year. Okay. I guess... President? first. Did I get something wrong here? Oh, 3 more correct blood relatives before they will lock in. Okay. Well, these are obviously the... Can you go away? The 5 children. Let's look this up. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. Oh, wait. Actually, yeah, no, I do want to search periodicals. Okay, let's do this instead. Bess Williams, the Roottrees. Let's see. Did I spell something wrong? The root tree. Like this. Oh, family man. This part of it. Okay, there it is. If your blood is thicker than syrup. You're sure right. An old book about Elias Roottrees. There's no downloadable version available because the book is impossible to find these days. Well, that isn't very helpful, is it, Bess Williams? Alright, what did I spell wrong? Nothing. Search Bess? Search Bess. Search. Oh, Bess Williams. She was an author born in the late 1800s. She lived just outside of Miami. She died tragically young. Okay, yeah, there's nothing. Oh, there are a lot of results. However, you find a direct link to the history section that manages to work momentarily. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is all the same stuff. Carl Roottrees, we know. Is Carl Roottrees the dad? Is that correct? Yeah, died in a recent plane crash along with his wife, Brenda, and their daughters. Okay, well, we can skip down to them for now. That is Carl and Brenda Roottrees. Wait. Oh, does she not have his last name? No, she does. Wow, she doesn't even... I guess because she isn't a direct... Maybe that was her... They seem to go by, Yeah, let's see. Okay. December 6, 1998 is with a heavy heart that we mourn the loss of Carl, Brenda, and the Roottrees sisters, and the other employees that perished in the terrible tragedy. They don't even get named. The entire Roottrees family is in shock and requesting privacy at this time. As the head of our company, Carl was an incredible man and an unmatched leader. Filling his absence will be difficult and may take considerable time. In the interim, we hope you join us in looking back fondly on Carl and his family's triumphs and accomplishments. We go on to list some of those accomplishments. One of them seems relative to your search. Like his great-grandfather before him, Carl earned the highly prestigious Watchman of the Year title. Okay. That's what I thought. President. It must be the 5th president, because that's the last one. Right. Let's see. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. 4th? There must have been one in between. Yeah, I'm thinking it's probably her maiden name. Brenda White original, yeah. A vintage dress from before Brenda became Brenda Roottrees. Oh, do you see what they did here? A black and blue dress, the white and gold dress. Do you remember? The dress. Did we get a picture of him? Did they? No. How can I get a picture of Carl Roottrees? What does that mean? Oh, new periodical added, Business Watch. Business Watch magazine is a magazine focused on companies, CEOs, and the economy. They have been around for over 100 years in one form or another and will often write about major changes in management at famous companies. Every year they offer an award to a prominent businessman who has furthered the field. They call this Watchman of the Year. You find through a few searches that 2 Roottrees have been featured as Watchman of the Year, Elias and Carl. Business Watch does not host any online archives on any site you can find via spider search, though you may be able to find individual articles and issues through your periodical search. Let's try that then, I guess. Business Watch. Roottrees. Yes, give it to me. Ha! There's his face. There he is. Carl Roottrees grabs life by the roots. Oh, good night, Ale. I hope you're able to get good sleeps. Well done. These 3 entries are correct and have been locked. You've also unlocked the following optional entry, Brenda White. Booyah! I will do every optional entry. Give me it. Will they throw her up? No. Can I get her picture? No. Head designer. Supposed to get her picture. Oh yeah, Raina. Raina married someone. Raina married. TMS is a common abbreviation for early 90s teen heartthrob Tommy Mark Sheridan. His first credited role as Thomas Sheridan was on a soap opera called Time Marches Onward. He skyrocketed popularity after his starring role on the sitcom Brother Trouble. Since the end of Brother Trouble, he has often been on the cover of tabloids for his supposed drug use and more recently his relationship with Raina Roottrees. After a short engagement, they married in 1997 when she was only 19 and he was 23. Tommy Mark Sheridan. Ah, Thomas Sheridan. There we go. Brother Trouble was a 1989 sitcom about two 16-year-old brothers the same age who were adopted. Played by Tommy Mark Sheridan and Dustin Christopher Baker. Their single mother played by stand-up Penelope Tessa Green, often met her job as a magazine columnist. Okay. Oh, the showrunner was a small screen director, Ron Roottrees. Interesting. The show had strong ratings throughout the entirety of season 1, rocketing both Sheridan and Baker to instant stardom, mostly among the teenage girl demographic. It was cancelled in 1991 due to a drop-off in ratings. Huh. Very interesting. Okay. Who's that? Small screen director, the head of RR Productions. He directed episodes of a few other shows. Defunct production company responsible for Brother Troubles. Ended up being an iconic name considering the rumors about RR Productions, Ron and Robbie Roottrees. It is such good sound design. It's so lovely. Ron and Robbie Roottrees. Okay. So they belong somewhere in here. They are related. What else do we have here? Oh, right, I guess we could, You find some information on a website about old films that are not yet available on VHS. The site is not very well organized, and the search is broken, but you can get to individual pages from your search engine. Yes, Ron and Rob were brothers. Did Ron rob Rob? Probably. That's probably why they fell out. Gwyn Roottrees is a somewhat well-known actress who was active in the 1950s. The 1950s actually is probably important. She often appeared in tabloids, especially around the time of her highly publicized divorce. Her biggest role was the minor hit movie Guys Like Us. She left Hollywood after the flop of Christmas Mission. There's a widely circulated picture of Gwyn from behind the scenes on one of her movies, which you've added to evidence. Did you know trivia? Gwyn was the granddaughter of Elias Roottrees, the founder of Roottrees Candy. She shouldn't have been named Roottrees, but her father took her mother's famous name. Interesting. Okay. Let's look up. Or I guess let's figure out where she belongs. Okay, she was the... Is that the granddaughter? The granddaughter of Elias Roottrees. Could be that one. Oh, there's so many. Or this one. Did she have children, though? I think that would be the question. Well, it looks like actually this one was also married. Oh, split up. That's what that means. Okay. Only one of his grandchildren split up, so that must be her. Right, it's just Gwyn. This photo is a widely circulated photo of Gwyn Roottrees. You have seen it on multiple websites about old films. Gwyn Roottrees is on the notable Roottrees list. Okay. Sorry, trying to get comfortable. If there's all sorts of crazy sounds happening. Okay. She was an actor. And her spouse's name was... Oh, it actually doesn't say what... But she got money. She's got money from her parents in a trust fund back east. Tongue. Okay. How dare you? Maybe Wild Bill Williams. They divorced before the birth of her second child. Okay. Bill. This is his granddaughter. So this is Elias up here, and then his granddaughter is her. Oh, right, her mother will be. Yes, you're correct. Wild Bill Williams. Okay, let's see. Wild Bill Williams was the leading man of some non-notable movies in the 1950s. He was known for his good looks and off-screen romances, specifically with blondes. He was married 4 different times to 4 different actresses. There's a famous Hollywood rumor that he even approached Marilyn Monroe at a party, and she was already aware of his reputation. Did you know trivia? Wild Bill grew up in Paris, France. He returned there often. Do we have any information about his actual name? Fortune favors the brave. He grew up in Paris, France, and returned there often. Interesting. He was pretty wild. Yeah, he was a pretty wild guy. I hate not getting names, but I can't find anything else. I wonder if that's his stage name. LaRue. Where would Rafferty come from? Gwyn Roottrees children. Did I spell that right? Yeah. The root is very French. What was the other part of it? Rafferty. Aha! A website about Raffer tunes. Clark Rafferty LaRue's advertising firm. On there is an about page, and you find a picture labeled "The Inspiration for the Famous Super Bowl Ad Campaign." Below that is more detail. Clark was in a department store getting a family portrait with his wife and children. When his wife was trying to get his youngest, Katrina, to calm down for the picture, he had the idea for the Roottrees Super Bowl ad. Interesting. Well, I don't think that that's gonna be. Okay. Well, we got more people. The Rafferty LaRue's. Not sure if that really helps us much. Okay, let's go back to notable root trees. Red root tree. The child is grumpy. The Shadow Woman did give us absolutely nothing. You find information on a website about strange historical facts. Aloysius Herring Root Tree, aka Red, what a name, was an appointed judge and politician. Who earned his nickname ironically because he was the ambassador to Ireland for only about 6 days. He served what some people contend is the shortest term in history. A few days after he was appointed, he was heard disparaging his position and the Irish people. He then tried to run for state senate. He claimed to be related to the Root Tree Candy Company in a newspaper ad, but it came out that the last name was merely a coincidence, and he was defeated in a landslide. Okay. So he is actually not related to the root trees at all. Is there even a spot for that? Also, what is this top secret? Oh, okay. Interesting. So he's marked as important even though he isn't actually related. Also, hold on. Red herring. Yeah. Oh, I see. Okay, red herring. It was crossed off. Jim Roottrie. James Roottrie is a singer who sings in the duo Jim and Diamond with his wife Diamond LaRue. The duo, according to many sources you find, is considered a one-hit wonder due to the disco song Rollin' On Down to the City, now in our evidence folder. Although Jim writes the majority of songs, plays the guitar, and often sings, Diamond is considered by fans to be the band's lead singer. The band never had another hit, but has its fans, who refer to themselves as Diamond's Dazzlers. The rest of their music is more folksy and acoustic than the one song they were known for. Jim and Diamond have continued to release music through the 80s and early 90s. Other albums you find mentioned are Cherry Tree and Sound of Laughter. Jim has become a bit of a recluse and hasn't made a public appearance since 1996. Okay. Okay, so they could be over here, or they could be over here. Or here, I guess. But how old are they? I guess let's look up Diamond, because she seems to be a bigger deal. Oh, okay, never mind. Rolling on down the city, as seen in Only the great-grandson of Elias Roottrees could make disco this sweet. Okay. The great-grandson. Great-grandson. Boop, boop. Okay, so this one... Yeah, because that's a grandson. Or grandchild, that's a grandchild. Okay, so this is him. Ha! What's his name again? James Roottrees. Did they have 2 kids? Did it say that? Maybe. Diamond LaRue. What are we calling him? A singer. So I guess artist? Are we calling him an artist then? Or musician, I guess would probably make more sense. Why does the Diamond have multiple picture options?
We're rolling, rolling, rolling on down to the city.
Oh. Ooh, pancakes. Occupation, disco guy.
Saturday night in your
Maybe. Oh, actually there's a whole thing over here. Rolling On Down to the City was barely a top 20 hit for a few weeks in 1979. According to the liner notes, it satirizes how part of society was content to remain indifferent to economic inflation and civil unrest in the Middle East, unless pop culture tricked them into caring. Somewhat ironically, listeners didn't seem to pay attention to the lyrics, enough to trick them into caring. Instead, most of its play came from roller discos. Because it was such a product of its time, it doesn't get much play anymore, even on stations that play oldies. This image is from an auction for a sealed copy. It has a sticker that says, "Only the great-grandson." Yeah, we saw that. It is credited to Peter Janowitz from Music and lyrics by Jim Roottrees. Vocals by Jim and Diamond. The lyrics of this song contain no clues. Okay, thank you for just telling me that. It's appreciated.
guys all rush to say that I'm pretty. Ladies blush and find me so witty.
Oh, I think that's the actual people. So disco. I can't believe Diamond doesn't have. Maybe I should look up. Aha! Diamond Dazzlers is the name of the official fan club for Jim and Diamond. You find a forum post called Cool Things You Got in the Mail on a random forum about video games. Oh, LaRue. Right. Oops. Come back here. One reply mentions that Jim and Diamond still send out a Christmas card every year to Diamond's Dazzlers. It's accompanied by some pictures as well as some history about the fan club. Apparently, even though it is no longer available to join, Jim and Diamond still honor it themselves personally. There's a fierce debate in the subsequent posts about whether that's cool or pathetic. Among the pictures of Christmas cards from over the years, only one is relevant. The card from 1996 includes pictures of Jim and Diamond's youngest son, Wolf, as well as a note about his daughter's band, the Floozies. An all-female punk band operating out of New York City. They're mentioned in passing in an online review from earlier this year. Apparently they were the opening act for the band the reviewer actually came to see. The reviewer writes that she normally doesn't review the opening act, but this one was unusual. And not because of the music, which she described as loud, fast, and repetitive, but not in the good way. The trio was extremely cagey about their identities. The reviewer asked the venue who they were, and she was told they were rumored to be the children of other famous musicians, and didn't want that to be why they became popular. The reviewer also mentioned that for an underground and unknown band with absolutely no following, their equipment was all extremely expensive, and not only were they selling CDs, but they only cost $1. They probably were losing a fortune. The reviewer said, although she bought a copy, she would be unlikely to ever listen to any of it again, except maybe Beef Baby, the 7th track. There is no picture of the Floozies performing live, but the cover from the CD they were selling, Conquistador, has been added to your evidence. Interesting. You found a picture of Beef Baby. Seriously. I'm Wolf. That's my mom. Diamond. You found a picture of a Christmas card from Jim and Diamond to their fan club. Okay. Let's see. Does it matter? I guess oldest to youngest. And did it say if... one of them was older or younger than the other? Go back. I guess it must be, he must be younger, because there's a note about his daughter's band, the Floozies, already, and it says he was their young son, so I'm gonna assume he's the younger one. Who knows what he does? A CD from a band called the Floozies that is only available at their live shows. Guitar/vocals, Candy. Aha. Also a musician. Yay! We did something good. These 3 entries are correct and have been locked. Optional entries. Ooh, yeah. Mysterious shadow.
You're on a roll. I'll try to keep that momentum going. Carl's office was a mess, thanks to some burst pipes. But I unearthed a photo from a 1970s Roottrees reunion. I also found some important-looking papers. You've traced 9 blood relatives so far. I'll have more to share after you find 9 more.
Alright. Huh. These are fun little things. How do I, there we go, okay. Oh, this is all I have. The Free Spirits. This photo has a note attached from your employer. Every 20 or so years, the Roottrees hold a big reunion and recreate an old family photo. This is the one from the 70s, and Carl is the teenager in the middle. Sorry about the water damage. A pipe burst in Carl's office. On the back of the photo, in childish print writing, it says November. Oh, okay. There are also a large number of cursive signatures. They include Bonnie, next president. Oh, Bonnie, next president Guy Hudson, Ernie Jr., Caroline, Gwendolyn, Miracle Jr., Jim Roottree, Clark Carroll, and Eli. Okay, so obviously that's November. That's Carl again. Next president, Guy Hudson. That seems... Okay, we'll look at a couple other things. Oh, okay, this is just... This photo was... Carl in the middle. Ray likes them needy. This photo was tucked inside an envelope with a letter beneath a candle in the corner of his office. The letter says, "To Carl and Brenda. I'm sorry that you were unable to attend the funeral. It's traditional to have it as soon as possible, and Ernie, more than anyone else on Earth, knew how busy your job can be. I've enclosed a Shiva candle identical to ours if you'd like to pay your respects, though it's not expected for those outside of the faith to do so." Ernie was a man full of love, not only for his family, but for his family's legacy. He had an immense amount of pride for the work you three did together, as well as how Carl has carried on for him after taking over. As for myself, it is impossible to express my gratitude enough for rescuing us from the panic and burden of endless bills. Though we caught it too late for him to get on the donor list, the company took care of us beyond our wildest expectations. It went unsaid at the time, but Ernie and I knew it had to have been Carl that convinced the trust, and that it was no coincidence that it happened shortly after your visit, Brenda. Up until the end, Ernie and I had to stay strong, especially for Nicole's sake. We could never have done that without the two of you fighting for us. Much love, Debbie. Okay, so this is Debbie and Nicole. Okay, Debbie and Nicole. Ernie's wife and daughter, whoever Ernie is. This photo has a note attached from your employer. Here's a bonus. When I pulled the water-damaged picture of the free spirits out of the frame, this fell out too. Written on the back of the photo is, "Couldn't make the reunion. Wishing you well from Paris. Gwyn and the boys." Oh. I wonder if... hold on. There was someone who we were filling out. Yeah, Gwyn and the boys. I think this was her husband. So then that must be her. Okay. And presumably her son. It was her husband, Wild Bill or whatever. Wild Bill Williams, I think his name was. He spent a lot of time in Paris and then they mentioned that they split up before the birth of her second child, which means that this one has to be their older kid, their son. What's this? This was buried under a ton of other mail that Carl left in his inbox. It had a handwritten note attached that seemed personal. It's a flyer about a candidate for local office, Stephanie Jones. On the back is an excerpt from a newspaper article from the Butler County Times about her campaign. Stephanie may have grown up in an unconventional family, to say the least, but in her words, it was still full of love. And now, 22 years later, with a baby of her own due around Christmas, her message for voters is simple. Love is our future. The handwritten note says, Carl, I know we don't see eye to eye when it comes to the candy company, but if you could talk to your girls about putting out a statement supporting Stephanie, she could use the publicity your daughters bring. Don't let our conflicts spread to the next generation. CM. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Okay. CM. Was that what it said? Yeah, CM. What would be CM? The placement for this little picture is unfortunate because it kind of looks like he might be flipping us off in that. Okay, and then this was whoever Ernie is. Ernie, Debbie, and Nicole. Obviously was very close to Carl. But it doesn't seem like they were close enough to be like brothers. You know what I mean? Clark Mullins? You want me to search Clark Mullins? Yeah, I can do that. No, okay. You mean search like any of these people who I'm getting acquainted with here? I'm curious about November. She would be now in like probably her 30s. If this was in the 70s and now we're in the 90s, she looks like she's maybe 10. So Nicole and Ernie. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah, I just wish I knew what their last names were. But I can try just, or Debbie and Ernie. It might be Ernest. And hold on, I have an idea. Let's try, let's look at the list instead. Ernest. Ernest Madsen, maybe? No, that doesn't. Is there another Ernest? No, I guess it must be that. Ernest Madsen. Oh, Nicole's is Smith. Okay. Think so? There's no other Nicoles? There's Nicole Madsen, too. Am I spelling it wrong? Really? No. Okay. That's the one we have. Do we have, like... Okay. We also have an Ernest Madsen Jr. And I would imagine... Let's see. What was it? What were their names again? Nicole and Debbie. Oops, not that one. This one. Deborah Bean. Nicole Madsen. Okay, I'm assuming it's Deborah Bean then, probably. Deborah Bean. Probably Nicole Madsen, because then that matches up with Ernest Madsen. And for some reason, they always do the maiden names for people. Okay. Bean. Oh, there's so much. Sometimes it's hard to know where to start. Actually, what were their names? This was Clark Rafferty LaRue. Okay, this Clark must be in this picture. I'm assuming that would be the same Clark. The Rafferty LaRues are probably here. Okay, hold on. Focus. We have to focus. Let's try this. We're gonna keep doing the easy to find ones, right? That makes the most sense. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do, actually. Can you delete that? Search them. Okay, let's start with the easy ones. Lauren Roottrees. Author Lauren Roottrees, a distant relative of the Roottrees sisters, is known for her book A Life Between Wars. According to a website about famous authors, in the early 1960s, Lauren released a few romance novels under her married name, Lauren Rafferty, to little fanfare. When her publisher... When her publisher learned she'd been keeping diaries about her famous family, they insisted she release them under her original name, Lauren Roottrees, to take advantage of her family's notoriety. The selection of diary entries released in 1965, A Life Between Wars, spans from the untimely death of her husband in World War II to coping with the post-war world as a young widow and mother, as well as her perspectives on changing times and socialites all the way through the entry into Vietnam. While the content is not considered particularly relevant to modern audiences, it has found new life as an exercise in high school English classes to show an evolution in writing style and for a look into life in previous generations. After the success of her diaries, her publisher re-released her romance novels under the name Lauren Roottrees. This included Romance in Court, which gained popularity. She followed the release up by writing 2 new sequels, creating what fans referred to as the Court Jester series. You find no recent details about Lauren, though she is listed as retired. Romance in Court. Softcover, a romance novel by Lauren Roottrees. The About the Author blurb mentions she had the inspiration from one of her brother Clancy's lectures in the Middle Ages. Okay. From the 60s. Do we have any other information about her? Her married name was Lauren Rafferty. Where else did we see Rafferty? My brain is starting to... Lauren Rafferty. I know, I'm looking at the two. I was hoping, because the other one that's supposed to be starred is called Miracle Jr., which I had assumed was going to be like a newer person. Let's look them up, I guess. Actually, I know they're both married. She was married. Okay, I know that we saw something else about Rafferty's somewhere. The Rafferty LaRues, these guys. Okay. He used to make music with Clark Rafferty. He fancies revenge and demonstration. See if we can narrow down who, I was hoping one of them would have had, like, more children than the other, but that does not seem to be the case. Miracle Jr. Clark and Nancy. Miracle Jr. doesn't go by his full name in promotional materials. Instead, he has shortened it to Miracle Jr. Miracle Jr. is a televangelist, who is part of the Miracle Network. He used to have a show that aired on local access across many stations to the northeastern United States. According to a website called Clergy Watch, he was exposed and subsequently charged with conspiracy to defraud the public in 1979 when he claimed to heal someone in a wheelchair. Wow. A news expose revealed that it was his wife Edith's sister in disguise. The author also mentions that Edith had a bit of a checkered past herself, but doesn't clarify. He has since lost his television show and instead goes on tour across the southern United States, where he was not well known before the scandal. My oh my, that's a lot. Okay. What is his name? How do I... Oops. Oh, that was a good one. You find a website for the Miracle Network, a production company run by the Miracle Roottrees estate. It's quite bare bones, but has the following blurb. Witness the testimonies of the Miracle's Roottrees. Miracle Roottrees arrived so late in his mother's life that doctors swore he wouldn't survive his first year. His mother and father, Elias and Gwyneth, named him Miracle because they thought him impossible. He was younger than his brothers and sisters by over 14 years. Putting that on there, which then tells us this is Miracle Jr. Preacher, I guess. Okay, back at it. With a birth that late, the final child of his generation was nearly torn apart by countless health problems. But still, with the power of God on his side, he persevered. He triumphed over these complications and even regained his sight to spread the healing word of the Almighty. 23 years later, Miracle Roottrees Jr. arrived and became the famous family's second vessel for the higher power. At 18, he unburdened himself from the Roottrees name and took his father's testimony to a whole new level. Via the power of television, Miracle Jr. spread the gospel across the entirety of New England. He has since left the life of glamour and glitz behind to reach those places that need it most. Yeah, that's what happened. The power of the Lord coming to a town near you. Below the blurb is a flyer about the tour, which is in your evidence. Yeah, for Miracle. There's Miracle and Miracle Jr. So Miracle Roottrees was the youngest child by 14 years, which again we go from oldest to youngest. The youngest child of Gwyneth and Elias. And then obviously Miracle Jr. would be his son. And he has at least one sibling. Let's see what we got. Ah, there he is. Okay. Miracle Jr. Children, now welcome. Celebrate with your pastor, Miracle Third. Oh, that's Miracle Third. Okay. And his wife, Nicole. Let's see. Miracle Roottrees, the flyer says, will make a special appearance. Miracle Third and his wife Nicole. I'm gonna assume he would be. Oh, actually, does he even have multiple children? No. Miracle Third. Miracle Jr. Miracle Third. Whose wife is Nicole? Oh. Yeah, that you're right. Probably Nicole Smith. Let's go back to that flyer with his wife Nicole. In his 68th year on God's earth. So he's supposed to be 68 here? Dang. God's doing good work on that. Let's assume Nicole Smith. Did it say what? Miracle Third. Let's see. It really is. Oh, celebrate with your pastor. Okay, so he is a pastor. Preacher, yes. What is his wife's name, though? Like, does he ever... Does he ever say anywhere? His wife Edith's sister. Oh, his wife Edith. Edith, okay. His wife is Edith Jacobson. I want to get the T. Oh, you find a link that seems to be a partial and corrupted list of archived articles from the Butler County Times. The article is cut off, but it mentions an Edith Jacobson and an arrest. You might be able to find the article somewhere else. Aha, new periodical. And we're looking for Edith Jacobson. There's a Crime Blotter article about Edith Jacobson that also mentions a Helen Roottrees and a Lucinda Jacobson. In 1971, when she was 18, Edith and her sister, Lucinda, were arrested for trespassing at the Miracle Congregation's church in Butler County. They were pretending to be church employees in an attempt to get into the room where the church houses their weekly tithings. The church didn't press charges. They were caught by Helen Roottrees, who was there at the time while her husband, Miracle, was away preaching. Oh. Must be that. But it's, well, I guess, yeah. They always use the maiden name. Helen Roottrees was quoted as saying, "Jesus forgives and so do we. The Lord works in mysterious ways, and I'm confident he has brought these young women to us for a greater purpose." Yeah, marrying your son, apparently. Okay. And her sister, Lucinda. Interesting. Okay. Edith Jacobson. We're getting there, we're getting there. Do we just have a Miracle Roottrees? Did I already try this? Yeah, I did, okay. And there's no picture of him yet. Well, actually, we do have this picture. Oh, which only includes Miracle Jr. Oh, which I'm assuming is this guy with this rainbow tie. Because I think we put... He seems to be fond of this look. They all kind of look the same, but... Once you verify this person, you can add bonus pictures. Is that how it was spelled? Yeah, okay. Well, that only leaves this spot for Lauren Roottrees. Did we get a picture of Lauren Roottrees somewhere? No, not that. There's Debbie. Okay. remember what we found out about Lauren Roottrees. Oh, she's an author. That's right. She's retired. We know that. Okay. She's a writer. No. Author. She's an author. We know that. Lauren Rafferty. Right. Rafferty. There are several different Raffertys. These are the Rafferty LaRues. So I'm assuming they were probably like maybe down here somewhere. Because they've got that hyphenated name. Lauren Rafferty. Oh, right. And she has a Lauren Rafferty has a brother, Clancy. So one of these is a Clancy. Clark and who? They don't mention which wife's name? In the picture of the four. These guys? No, they don't mention her name. It's just... But I found it on the Raffertoons website. Website about Raffertoons. Clark Rafferty LaRue's advertising firm. Yeah, and then it just says his youngest child is Katrina. So he has a youngest daughter, but we don't know. I'm assuming that might be like these people. Maybe. And maybe this is him. Family trees use surnames from birth, even if the person changed their last name after marriage. Always use a person's most recent occupation. Good tip, good tip. Is there really no... There we go. It seems you hit the jackpot here. This is a book occasionally taught in schools. We even find a hardcover edition for students that has a full-page, high-quality pictures in it. A summary of the contents of the book, photos, as well as... Wow. Okay, that is a lot. Lauren Roottrees. That was our missing piece. We got there. We got an achievement. You deserve a gold star. Not a cold star. Okay. These 3 entries are correct and have been logged. Roottree, Lauren, Miracle Jr. Okay, I will go back and read. The below are notes and observations we made while skimming through Lauren Roottree's diary, pages in Life Between Words. Lauren Roottree is on the notable Roottrees list in your evidence. The book was published in 1965 and consists of diary entries that stretch from 1940 to 1965. The most important event that much of the diary and Lauren's thoughts revolve around was the loss of her husband, Jacob. Jacob died in the final months of World War II while Lauren was pregnant. This left her to raise her son, Clark, alone. Jacob. Clark. Okay. We're getting there. By skimming the pages of the diary, you glean the following information. She was the granddaughter of Elias and Gwyneth on her father's side. Okay. This gonna be a man. That's gonna be a man. Her mother's family was called the Cossells, but she hardly ever mentions them. Her father, who she always refers to as Pop, was the head lawyer for the Roottrees Candy Company and helped write a legal document called the Clanced Trust. It's clear from context that the Roottrees have internal shorthand names for the different generations of their family. Lauren uses them often. 5 pieces. The first generation of children by Gwyneth and Elias. Lauren's father was in this generation. The next generation is Lauren's generation, and the free spirits are the generation after Lauren's, which includes her son. Oh, there's multiple pages here. An entry entitled Complaints from Lauren Roottree's diary, written in 1953. This entry seems to focus specifically on one of Lauren's family members, Gwyn, who is in the notable Roottrees list. It seems everyone has something to complain about. Gwyn, as an only child, complained of loneliness. I told her that being expected to watch after 3 younger brothers didn't feel like a blessing, but it fell on deaf ears. During the summer where I went to stay with her and Aunt Margot, I'm gonna assume that would be this person. With her and Aunt Margot, I hoped she would be the sister I never had, and that I'd do the same for her. I even tried to dye my hair blonde to fit in with the 2 of them. What a mess. But she just complained. To her, I was the lucky cousin. Now she's off living the glamorous life while I'm stuck here with Clark. I must admit, seeing her everywhere contributes to my unhappiness. Her visage stares at me even now from my coffee table. She gets to be in Starlet, tell tales of how she gallivants around the world, kissing the likes of Harrison Lane and Wild Bill Williams. She's the first Roottrees woman to be anything other than a housewife. And I am jealous. If I were not a single mother, could I make my own way in this world? But I'm off topic. A girl with all the luck in the world was jealous of me. And now, though I have been undoubtedly burdened by a terrible tragedy, I am also lucky to be born into a family that can support me for eternity. I can raise a child without worry, unlike countless other widows. If any of them were to hear me complaining, they would rightfully scoff, just like I do at Gwyn. An entry entitled Dynasty from Lauren Roottree's diary, written in 1958. It focuses on the day her grandfather, Elias, announced he would step down as president of the Roottrees Candy Company and the meeting to determine his successor. I wish I had been a fly on the wall today. Clancy told me that everyone got quite heated. Granddad was furious none of his sons would take over as president, but that's what he gets for holding on to it so long. With architects, preachers, and lawyers, nobody's got time for candy. So, with the 5 pieces refusing to step up, it came down to us next-gens. Pop argued at length that the company should stay with our branch of the family, since we still have the Roottree name. I'm not even sure Clancy would have wanted it, but he's the one who was volunteered. Instead, it ended up going to Zach. Even though his surname doesn't match the candy, he's the firstborn son of the firstborn 5-piece. Okay, Zach. Oh, it's gotta be... You think, yeah, probably Zachariah, you think? We'll stick it there, and then we'll see where it goes. Which tells me that probably his mother, this is probably a daughter. I'm not sure how that's relevant to running a company, but Granddad has always had very particular views when it comes to his bloodline. I asked Clancy if it ever came up that a woman could take over. After all, Angie is older than Zach, and I'm next oldest of us all, but he just laughed. Okay, and who's Clancy? Who is Clancy? Did we get a Clancy on here yet? No, I don't think so. Interesting. Okay. This lady is so helpful, though. And Angie is older than Zach. And I'm the next oldest of us all. Okay, but that doesn't actually help anything right now. I'll never forget the cuss words Pop used when he told Ma it wouldn't go to us. Mother, ever the quick-witted, at least with catty remarks, countered back, maybe they wanted it to go to the only member of the family who looks like he samples the product. Oh, that's, that is catty. An entry entitled Sam from Lauren Roottrees' diary, written in 1963. From a previous entry, you learn that Elias Roottree had given in to his wife and announced that Sam, an obscure relative, was to be included in family gatherings. Gwyneth had been pushing to include Sam for quite some time. Lauren writes, "Why Sam? I have many distant relatives I've never met. After all, Granny had sisters and Granddad had a brother or two, but I was told, trim their branches from the family tree. So why is Sam special? Nothing adds up. And I'm not the only one to realize." Angie summoned all the next gens to a secret meeting at Zach's office. Gwyn's in Paris, but the rest of us, including Miracle's boys, spent ages trying to unravel the mystery. I didn't recognize Sam at Uncle Junior's wedding to Patsy last year. At the reception, when I asked who Sam was, Pop shushed me and said it was complicated. Clancy swore he saw Sam working alongside the farmhands, EC and John, when he used to drive past the old Anderson farm on his way to work. Upon hearing that, Zach checked the records and managed to confirm all three are on the books. Eli, Miracle's youngest, not my brother. Eli, Miracle's youngest. Well, that's not very helpful, is it? I would guess it's probably Elias M. for Miracle, maybe, something. But, yeah, it definitely sounds like there's an illegitimate child out here. Apparently he was riding his mini bike alongside the farm a few weeks ago. Sam gave him some old tools and taught him how to make the bike's engine faster. None of us think that proper for a multitude of reasons, but Eli certainly seems thrilled. At the end of the day, nothing explains why Also, what does that mean? Eli, Miracle's youngest, not my brother. Oh, because her brother is Eli. So one of her brothers is named Eli. One of these three. Okay. At the end of the day, nothing explains why an outsider has cozied into family affairs, especially one who works on the farm of all places. Whatever happened to blood is thicker than syrup? Why is Granddad making an exception now? Very interesting. One of the final entries called Clark from Lauren Roottrees' diary, written in 1964. Clark's getting married and, in my opinion, far too young. He's barely 18 for God's sake, and Danielle isn't much older, but openly confronting them would make me a hypocrite. After all, Jacob and I got married at 16. Okay. First wife, Danielle. Got it. Clark, like the rest of his generation, is a free spirit. What else do you call a group of kids growing up with more money than any one person can spend? They all aspire to be musicians and artists and dancers and all sorts of nonsense. The only one who has any discipline is Carl, but that's because Pop forced Clancy to send him to the academy. Okay, so Clancy is another one of her brothers. Oh. Clancy is this brother. But is it Clancy Edward or Clancy Jr.? It seems likely it would be Clancy Jr., which would make this guy Clancy. Let's work on that assumption for now. Because there's only two of them. Yeah. Exactly. Okay. Maybe I'm just getting old, but our generation was never so bad. My brothers all seemed to pursue paths of knowledge, and the most rebellious thing any of us ever did was bring home someone who would be illegal to marry if we lived anywhere south of Pennsylvania. Pop seems to have gotten over it because Edward is set to take over his department once he retires. Okay. So, that's an indicator for us that there was probably... I'm choosing my words wisely here, but probably like an interracial situation, if I had to guess, based on the what's being said here. Yeah, I know. So now I'm trying to think, okay, so Edward is the one who's set to take over his department when he retires. So Edward is another one of her brothers. And November would be that... Yeah. Edward was whose husband? Well, okay, so if we look at... Not this picture. If we look at this picture, we've got this little one right here, right? No, Lauren's husband is Jacob Rafferty. This guy. And that means the only one who's left that it would make sense for, and the reason I'm saying November, yeah, so November would be the youngest one, because in childish print writing it says November, which indicates to me it's probably this little girl in the front and center. Yeah, so I'm thinking this is November, and I'm thinking this must be, shoot, let me bring that, oh no, where were we? We were looking at this, and we were on this page, and we were, Pop has gotten over it because Edward is set to take over the department once he retires. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yes, Clancy Edward. So Edward for Clancy Edward. Clancy Jr., the firstborn son. Yeah. We're still missing this. Wait, no, she did mention her other brother at some point. We'll see if it's mentioned again right here. Okay. Yeah. And as for me, my first published book, Swashbuckle My Heart, is based on the pirate stories I used to invent with Jacob when we were walking in the woods after school. I think he'd be proud that Clark and I are carrying on his name. What? Oh, okay. Jacob, that's her husband, right. Wait. Oh, right, because he died in the war. That's right. Clark is her son. Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's what she's saying. Even my cousins are doing well. Zach's not a bad president after all, and his sister seems to be doing a good job raising her twins. Gwyn is Gwyn, but at least she came out of the divorce with her head held high. She even told us she might come home next year so we can meet her kids. But the free spirits in any other family, they'd all end up on the streets, even Clark. Okay, Zach is her cousin who is the next president. This family tree is insane. I'm not gonna mess around with Zach yet. I'm assuming he's gonna be one of... Oh wait, it was this guy, that's right. Zach. Oh, and he was a president. Was he the second president then? Is that what it was? No, probably third president. Rich people are wild. That is so true. Okay. But we're figuring it out. I'm figuring this out. We're all working together. Okay. Okay, I want to go back and see if I can find where she mentions the name of her other brother. I know that she mentions him somewhere. Clancy we already looked at, right? Instead of went to Zach. Angie's older than Zach. I'm thinking maybe Angie is, because they're talking about who it should go to next. I think maybe this must be this Angie person. because it's going to be somebody from the next generation, and Angie is the oldest before Lauren, and the next oldest after Zach. So older than whoever Zach's sibling is. Okay. I'm figuring it out. Process of elimination. And then I want to see if I can figure out who her other brother is. Puzzles! I love a puzzle. Quinn's in Paris with the rest of us, including Miracle's boys, spent ages. I didn't recognize him. At Uncle Junior's wedding to Patsy. Uncle Junior would be one of these guys. Junior's wedding to Patsy. It's gotta be this one. Shoot. I think this might be Elias Jr., the firstborn son. Yeah. Because we know that this is probably they probably had a daughter first, because it was mentioned that Zach doesn't carry the Roottrees name because of the... I mean, we can only assume because his mother took his father's name. So, okay. Okay. We're getting there. That still doesn't tell me who. Eli. Did we already give her a brother named Eli? No. Ha ha ha. That answer. Oh, but there's still two Elis it could be. Elias C and Elias M. Dang it. I wish I could like make a note. I think it's probably a C, I agree. But I think we need to be prepared for the possibility that I'm wrong. And then the other one was... Come back here. Miracle's youngest, not my brother. Okay. Yeah, that does feel likely. Phew! Okay, we're starting to figure, I think, at least some names out and relations. That's good. Now, what else did we get? We have this family picture. Lauren's diary contains some labeled pictures. This is the 5 pieces. Caption, this picture was famous in our house. Pop even had it framed. That's him on the left. Wait, no, stay up there. It was taken in 1935 to celebrate the move to the new warehouse that Eli Jr. designed. Angie and I both wanted to be in the photo since Miracle was in it, and the 3 of us were all about the same age. Okay. We were told only the 5 pieces, which really didn't go over well, to say the least. Eventually, I suppose, to stop the tantrums, they posed us in front of the camera with Mr. Morden, who was there with Aunt Gwendolyn. I found out years later that they never even took a second photo. That was kind of mean. Okay, well that must be the other brother then. Oops, the 5 pieces. So... this would have been... Elias. And then the other 2, I'm not sure which is which. with Mr. Morden, who was there with Aunt Gwendolyn. Mr. Morden was there with Aunt Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn? Is it Gwendolyn Roottrees? Well, we always do the... Okay. Maiden name. There with Mr. Morden. Right. There's only one other Morden, so I'm assuming that's James Morden. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we're figuring things out. So then this is going to be another Morden, presumably. Interesting. We'll get there. We'll get there. But we don't know which of these women is which. So. Okay. Lauren's diary contains some labeled pictures. This is The Next Generation. Caption: an attempt to recapture the spirit of the 5 pieces photo with our generation. For old time's sake, we gathered on the warehouse floor. I wanted Eli to stand all the way on the left, since to me he looked a lot like Pop did in the old one, but I was outvoted by my brothers. They insisted the 4 of us stand together, and so we clumped up in the middle and let everyone filter in, behind and in front of us. So this is Lauren. Again. James with the catty wife, yeah. Okay, so they clumped together. The only one too good to make an appearance was Gwen, of course. Grandma insisted we include Sam, even if we didn't want to. None of us understood why, including Sam. I also didn't think it fair Miracle made it in, since he's technically a 5-piece. I guess my inner child still holds a grudge even after all these years. So that's Miracle, and I'm assuming that's Miracle's son. For Miracle's son, apparently. And then Sam made it in. Oh, they did mention that the this guy is, I'm assuming, the one who became president. Because they mentioned looking like he samples the product. Yeah. And I think that would be the 3rd president, because he's taking over for the no. He took over from, I think, the generation following, though. Let me see. They mentioned that. Granddad was furious none of his sons would take over as president, and her granddad would be... Oh no, okay, so he actually is the 2nd president. Because he took over directly from the granddad. from this? But where is Sam? Was Sam a girl? Because this should be her and her 3 brothers. Yeah, that's her and her 3 brothers. Oh, and Eli looks a lot like their dad did in the original one. Okay, so blonde. Which one of these people looks the most like him? Probably this guy? Eli. Yeah, for sure. I don't think so, because when they talk about Sam in here, this is from a while back, so he would be about the same age, and he was like at the wedding. He saw Sam working alongside the farmhands. Oh. I don't think they ever mentioned Sam's gender. Sam, an obscure relative, was to be included in family gatherings. Gwyneth had been pushing to include Sam for quite some time. Yeah, why Sam? Why is Sam special? They were very careful to not include. And that also explains why here, Sam gave him some old tools and taught him how to make the bike's engine faster. None of us think that proper for a multitude of reasons, but Eli certainly seems thrilled. That makes so much more sense why they wouldn't think it was proper if Sam was a woman. Which one is Sam? This sad, probably who they would stick in the back, right? Like, that makes the most sense. That'd be like, all right, I guess get in the back behind us. Yeah, okay. Sam. I want to know where Sam goes. Is it this top secret person? Oh my gosh, I'm so curious. I bet Sam is that secret envelope for sure. Okay, so that leaves this lady. Oh wait, hold on. So this guy looks like he's probably the oldest brother. Let's finish these guys up. So probably him. And then the youngest, oops, would be this little guy. Okay. Nerdlinger. And then that just leaves this lady of the 5 pieces, or well, not the 5 pieces, the next gen, which would be that's actually a lot harder than I was expecting, Because technically... we're missing a couple people. How did I come up with this? Hold on. Oh, Angie, because of her age. Okay. Interesting. Then I wonder who this is. Maybe Angie is Zach's sister. Have we webbed them? I know there was a reason that I put Angie there, but let's see if I can figure out why. See. I asked Clancy if it ever came up that a woman could take over. And who's Clancy again? Clancy is her brother, right? Okay. After all, Angie's older than Zach. And I'm next oldest of us all. Yeah, that's why. That's why I said Angie couldn't be Zach's sister. Because she's older than Zach. And the family tree is always oldest to youngest in order. So... yeah, that does have to be Angie. Yeah, I don't know who his sister or sibling is. We have not figured that out yet. So I'm gonna assume this is probably Angie. Since she's mentioned. Also, do we know who the other Morden is? Oh, interesting though. She's a Morden. So maybe that's not... yeah, no, a Morden would have to be here. But I know that it was also mentioned that Zach... he's the first... oh, the firstborn son of the firstborn 5-piece. That's what it is. Zach is supposed to be here. Okay, good. We didn't really fill too much out here. So then this would be... Angelica Morden. We don't know yet. Okay. We know Zach's wife. No, we don't know Zach's wife. We knew what her mom's name was. That's who was calling him that, because her dad came home and was You'll see here, I've never forget the cuss words Pop used when he told Ma it wouldn't go to us. Mother, ever the quick-witted, countered back. Yeah, so it was her mom being sassy. Angie's older than Zach, and I'm the next oldest of us all. Okay. That is now correct. Oh, my goodness. Okay. I wonder if we can kind of figure out which one is Gwendolyn from the pictures by looking at her kids. Probably her. What a question. I think that's probably right. Housewife. We are... Which makes this her? Hold on, sorry. Now I'm... Yeah, there we go. We're trying to figure out the family tree for inheritance purposes, is my understanding. We did it. Okay. Wow.
You're listening to WRTG.
That's terrifying. That's a terrifying
It's time for your
jingle.
headlines. Once an hour, every hour, on the 45. It's a bizarre development to an already tragic tale. In the wake of the accident that took his life, some of Carl Roottrees' belongings have apparently gone missing. Most notably, a framed photo of the Roottree family from the mid-1970s that Carl had on his office wall. We interviewed a local psychologist about who would do such a thing and why. For that article,
no.
search online for WRTD News.
I knew that lady
Again,
was shady.
That's WRTD.
Oh no. Hello, police? Nice. That probably is Sam. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. How do I get back to just like, there we go. Can I call the police? Oh, search online for WRTD. Okay. I can do that. WRTD News is your local investigative jazz radio station. During their news segments at 45 minutes on the hour, they have been talking about the plane crash. This most recent hour, they also talked about a picture taken from Carl's office after the plane crash and promised an interview online with a psychologist. During the interview, it's revealed that there wasn't a break-in. Instead, someone with a key took the office took the picture after discovering the pipes burst due to the recent storm. This means it was likely someone close to the family who was aware of the photo's history and wanted to save it. The psychologist, however, also goes on to posit the culprit had an alternate agenda, specifically because nobody in the family has come forward to say they have it in their possession. A comment below the article says, "Don't believe their lies. This is just another instance of the Roottree curse being a real, true thing. I bet you Carl was murdered, and the picture had evidence on it." Dun dun dun! That's crazy. Things are getting crazy, guys. Oh man. Wow. Yeah. been pregnant at this family gathering. This was in the 70s. You're right. Maybe she's not. That is a big assumption of me for me to make. Yeah, I know. I was looking at the glasses too. Carl was a teenager when this was taken. So... But we also haven't figured out... I'm assuming that it's probably Clancy. Was Clancy there? He didn't sign it. Also, that doesn't really look like him. I don't know. I'm so bad at faces. This is hell for me, actually. Trying to do this using faces. Making sure we didn't miss anything on any of these. And we still haven't figured out who Ernie, Debbie, and Nicole are. Ernie, Debbie, and Nicole. Hold on. This picture. That's also Quinn. Oh. And then Gwen had another kid. We haven't figured out who that is. We haven't figured out who Gwen's son is. We have Brenda, Carl's wife. They don't ask for a picture. Wait, Carl? We have another picture of Carl somewhere. Carl is... the teenager in the middle. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's Google maybe Clark Rafferty. I'm curious to see if we can find anything. Oh, right. Is there anybody else? Sorry, my brain is starting to buzz. Let's maybe try Zachariah Morden. Zach Morden. No. Okay. Can I like Zachariah? Does it have? Yeah, that's spelled right. No, I don't think it's gonna. No. Nope. Okay. Eli M is in that family picture. Yeah, you're right. Eli M. Are we thinking then that's Elias Jr.? Or no, Elias M. You're right, okay. But who would that be? Oh, right there. He has a little tag on his shirt. Maybe he might be some kind of a mechanic. What's their last name? Oh, Roottrees. Oh, that's not helpful. Elias. Good effort, good effort. I'm still curious if we're missing something with who would be pregnant back in the 70s. Let's see. In terms of the family chart, it would be somebody who was older than her dad. One of the older, so probably Gwendolyn. It doesn't. Does that look like her? I don't know. You know me and faces. I don't... But the hair color matches for Zachariah. I don't know, that could be her. I'm just trying to think in terms of, she mentioned, oh wait, no, they said it was Carl who was the teenager in the middle. So just someone who's older than Carl and would have been pregnant at that time. Well, that could be anybody. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, the color of the photo might be an indicator. In which case... Oh man, we have barely touched on the free spirit generation. Oh yeah, I forgot we put November here. Let me get a picture. Oh, I have a picture of her. I wonder if she would come up. No. Who is Bonnie? Good question. What a question, you ask. You posit. I don't know. I don't think we have enough information about these guys to make any calls with them. Is one of the Madsons. Do we have any Madsons on here? Those are the Mortons, not the Madsons. Okay, nope, that's not helpful then. Are there any other Ernies? No, it's gotta be one of them. So the Madsons. And then... Debbie Madsen. Right, but it wouldn't be. And then was it Nicole? Nicole Madsen. Stop it. Yeah, Nicole Madsen. Okay. And probably an Ernie Jr. Because we have Ernest and Ernest Jr. Madsens. And I'm assuming they would have been, Ernest Jr. would have been in the same generation as Carl, since they were close, it sounds like. And they would have to follow a women's line somewhere where they got married to have a different name. I wonder if Elias... Maybe here? so interesting. Wow, that is so messy. Okay. So, I'm thinking Ernest Jr. has to fit in here, probably. I'm assuming Elias Roottree must have had a daughter who married Ernest Madsen, who then had an Ernie Madsen. There's a picture here. I bet it's this one. Like, I would almost be willing to bet that it's probably this one. We're gonna go out on a limb here. It's not set in stone, but no, her name wasn't Laura, it was Debbie. That's right. And they had the daughter Nicole. Okay, I think that's pretty much the only place that it would make sense for them to be in the same like age group and to be friends. Because unless we end up finding out that like this is that mess somehow, but the one daughter, I think that's the only place it would make sense. And like I said, there's a picture there, so I think that kind of makes sense that that would be there. So I think I'm gonna go with that for the time being and try to remember that that is tentative. Also, what is this? What is Shiva? Does that mean? Okay, they're not gonna tell me. I'm curious. I'm curious about what faith that corresponds to. Okay, I kind of figured that it appears to be Jewish. Oh my gosh, hold on. My chat just moved. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, you can just search directly like that, but an immense amount of pride for the work you three did together. Wait. Okay, so Carl. Ernie was a man full of love, not only for his family, but for his family's legacy. He had an immense amount of pride for the work you three did together, as well as how Carl has carried on for him after taking over. So Ernie must have been the president before Carl? Maybe? Saying he took over. Maybe. From Guy Hudson. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if that was just like him being cocky. Next president, Guy Hudson. Like if he's just being... How does this company not have like the entire history of presidents listed somewhere online? And it drives me crazy that they don't come up when you... But Ernie Jr. should be in this picture somewhere. Do any of them have any other indicators on them? Doesn't really look like it, huh? No name tags or anything. Oh, here we go. Fancy Flavors was an addition to the 5-piece product line for less than a year in 1979. It was Guy Hudson's first and historically most cited move as the president of Roottrees. Yes, he did take over as president. Okay. In an attempt to cater more towards what he thought the average person wanted, Guy looked at his own wealth, which was often a source of envy for others, and decided to tap into the idea that if they added fancy flavors to 5 pieces, anyone could live like the wealthy. This philosophy led to a flavor in 5 pieces that was meant to mimic caviar. Ew. 5 pieces sold less that year than it had any other year, except in some foreign markets. It was very quickly announced that caviar was meant to be a limited flavor and would go back to normal as soon as possible. Ew. Okay, so Guy Hudson was the 3rd president. Probably. And Ernest Madsen Jr. probably took over from him. Who the heck is Guy Hudson? How does he fit into any of this? Who is he in this picture? Ages are fake in these pictures. Does one of them look wealthy? They're all supposed to be wealthy. What's the problem? Also, this was this, what, 70s? The 70s. For some reason, they all looked so old back then. I mean, this guy is in like a fancy suit. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I think it's a good time to call it. We'll come back to it and see what I've missed. There wasn't anything else with this, right? real quick. Real quick, I just wanted to see this. There's a long, rambly conspiracy website with very small, very red text on a black background that says the Roottrees are cursed. It has been very recently updated with the following. Important update. With Carl and Brenda and their girls, that makes 5 new deaths. Not only that, but 3 of the 5 presidents of the Roottree Company have died mysteriously. They say Guy's car was hit by a drunk driver in 1982, but nobody was arrested. Then Ernie Madsen Jr. stepped down. Was he poisoned? Now, just this week, Carl died in a plane crash. No, Ernie was sick with, like, cancer. This cannot be a coincidence. There's another entry that claims if you connect the dots in the pattern of the 5 pieces wrapper, it creates a Mayan ruby skull, a secret message meant to subliminally scare people away. The post before that has a link to a site that talks about how Earth has 4 corners, simultaneous 4-day time cubes. The author of this site seems to agree. An entry from a few months ago claims that the owner of the site received an email from chrisraff75 at prodigy.us asking him to take down his site with faked proof that Ernie Madsen Jr. actually had a heart condition and wasn't poisoned. The owner claims that although the proof looks quite credible, he knows that the proof was fake because he's an expert at creating fake evidence. The first entry is from 1996 and has a blurry picture of the Roottrie Candy Company factory, seemingly taken by the website's author, from behind a fence and through some trees. It seems that Operation RT-29 is real. I witnessed a helicopter land on February 29th, 1996. The website footer says all images and ideas by Thomas Overwood. Okay, we have to go. We have to go to bed. I know this. It's bedtime, and I'm gonna be so good. I'm gonna go to bed. Right now. Right now, we're going to bed. Okay. How do I quit this game? Right here. Alright, guys. I'm having fun. I love a puzzle. All thoughts and efforts are appreciated in helping my poor scattered brain. You've got it. There we go. There we go. Is that better? Alright. It's off to bed. And we'll pick it up hopefully tomorrow. I hope. It is so screamy, I know. I'm so sorry. I hope everybody has a so good sleep. Good night.